Hey, my beautiful Leos, welcome to your new moon readings and monthly forecast. In these readings, we are looking ahead at the coming month for you. I always do my monthly zodiac readings with the moon month rather than the calendar month. Now, this is a very powerful time, and so I'm doing these bigger individual readings today. This is your affirmation, my beautiful Leos. Look at this. I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. How very interesting. How very interesting. My Leo friends seem to have been recently fluctuating in and out of a space of confidence, self-confidence. So this is very interesting. So my beautiful Leos, I will also be doing some extended readings today as well. They are on Patreon, where I put all my extended readings and usually my bigger zodiac readings as well. And we will be diving into money, career, finance and relationships in great depth. So if that is something that interests you, I will tell you about it when we get to the end of the reading. Okay, beautiful souls, do you know I am seeing this card already at the top of the pile for you, my beautiful Leos. What is happening for my beautiful Leos for this month? Frog prosperity. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. That is gorgeous. I love this kind of connection to this affirmation. I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. This feels as though opportunities are literally trying to come into your world, my beautiful Leos, and you need to allow them in. Now, let's draw more cards and see what else we are shown for you, my beautiful Leos. May we have information, I'm seeing these two, for my lovely Leos for this coming month. May we have information and, of course, any information about the energy that the new moon is bringing. I'm also going to draw some runes for you as well. Oh, Berkana, the rune of growth. Loving it. Let's look at your cards first. Okay, so first of all, you have heaven and earth. Do you know that's so interesting, my beautiful Leos? I almost said heaven on earth, literally. Okay, I feel that's really significant. Then we have the card of thought. How interesting. And the five-pointed star, look. What are you cooking? What have you been cooking up, my beautiful souls? What have you been manifesting? Gosh, there's a lot of earth coming into your reading, beautiful Leos. We have heaven and earth. We have Queen of Earth with the buffalo, another symbol of abundance and acorns here. Symbol of prosperity, of potential. We then have the card of integrity. Now, do please excuse me one moment. You know, YouTube sometimes have some kind of issues that have been raised over different imagery on cards. So just in respect of that, I'm just going to cover up part of this person. But we have integrity here as well. Okay, then you have, how interesting, this card has come up for a couple of other signs. We have here someone coming into your world. The six, this is the Six of Cups in a traditional pack. The Six of Water and the Queen of Fire. Wow, you have the Queen of Earth and the Queen of Fire. Okay, this is so interesting. And look at the colors of these beautiful frogs offering prosperity, and the same colors showing up in this card here. Really interesting energy connection in the colors coming through. And even the card of thought, she is wearing the same colors. There is something about the energy of flow, trying to bring things into being in your world. And my beautiful Leos, of you allowing yourselves to receive them, to anchor the energy, okay? Because if your thoughts are, let's say if your thoughts are in opposition to what you really want, so, you know, heaven on earth, it feels like something is really possible. But if your thoughts are constantly negative or telling yourself that you can't have something, then it counterbalances, it contradicts what you are trying to create. It's like you put all the best ingredients into this gigantic pot, but actually you've got the sun shining, the lovely Leo energy here. Look, the sun shining on this pot, and yet there's the shadow side coming through in your thoughts, in your thinking. Those shadow thoughts of self-doubt, it'll never happen to me. This kind of an area here. This is a very interesting moon month because you are being offered an opening, a window of opening to bring something forth, to have something, and I think it's something very real, very solid for you, my beautiful Leos. Let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day. I'm seeing somebody literally giving you an opportunity, opening a door of prosperity for you. Queen of Fire. You can make it real. Now we have Berkana, the rune of growth here. We also have Hagalaz. This is the rune of disruption, okay? It's a bit like Uranus, the Great Awakener. It has a really similar energy. And it kind of suggests that there's a need sometimes to break free from something, or the waking up, the realization that something isn't quite right and you need to change it. Yeah, I am worthy of the very best in life. I feel like there's a real need for you to embrace something of the, it's like your entitlement, my beautiful Leos. What is getting in the way of you? We have the rune of movement. We have the rune of strength. What we also have is the rune of journey. Let's move these right over so we can draw some more cards for you as well. I think we need to draw some more cards and get some more information for you, beautiful Leos. But before we do, let's just come into the energy of your cards, the energy of your readings. And something that's really standing out for me are the colours coming through, because we have this Queen of Fire bang in the middle with these butterflies of transformation. We have the card of thought just above it. There's a lot of earthy, steady energy around you at the moment. I think in a way, I sort of want to say, my beautiful Leos, I feel that you may be living some part of your life, I kind of want to say in a bit of a rut. You know, when we're just ticking over, but we're lacking in excitement. And there may be some duty and obligation around you, whereby you're feeling like you need, perhaps you are, for some of you, a steadying influence. For some people, I think you offer that energy of steadiness. You may actually be somebody else's security. You may be providing for somebody else, and you're in a steady space of this, but it also feels as though there is something extra that you are needing to make your personal life fulfilled. I'm kind of seeing steadiness, commitment, obligation to others, upholding your commitments. This is beautiful energy, my lovely Leos. Why not? It is a wonderful trait of integrity, but not if it's out of balance or at the expense of your own well-being. You know, it's kind of a bit like staying and doing overtime every single day, day after day after day, or putting in the extra hours all of the time and never quite getting back that bit of spark that you really need, my beautiful Leos. There is something of you. You are a fire sign. You need that. You need to have that bigness, that boldness. You may not actually be getting quite the recognition that you deserve as well, I feel. You know, you're investing a lot, you're shining your light and investing your energy a lot in just the circumstances around you. It could be your family, it could be your relationships, it could be your work. But I'm seeing that sense of commitment here. And you made a commitment. We see in heaven and earth, there's this kind of, you know, we have this little scroll here. It's like you are upholding almost like your agreement in some area of your life, that that means that you are giving and providing. But it's really interesting. It's very earthy, but it's not. Somehow you've got into this space of provision where you're not feeling quite as fired up. You know, you're slightly losing your spark. That's what I'm seeing here. Now, this needs to be shaken up a bit here, you know, and I think you know that. I think a part of you is in that sort of space of, you know, integrity versus, you know, almost that feeling that you can't really have both. And actually, your reading is suggesting that you can, and indeed that you should, and that this, not saying you have to leave this behind. I'm not seeing anything here yet to suggest that. I mean, we will see in other, in the extended readings and in the additional cards we draw for you. But what I'm seeing is a need to kind of course correct or balance out here for you. And I'm seeing the opportunity to do so, because actually you can have this emotional happiness, that sense of being recognized, seen. At the moment, I sort of feel you're not allowing yourselves to have that. It's like if somebody pays you a compliment and says, wow, you're so amazing. I can't believe that you did that. You've worked so hard. Here, can I give you this? And you'll be like, oh, no, it's nothing. And you don't accept the gift. And this needs to change, because you're sort of diminishing your own value and your own self-esteem. This isn't about being arrogant. This is about being valued and taking an ownership of your right to be valued, my beautiful Leos. And I'm really seeing that present in your world right now and for this coming month. This new moon in Gemini is really offering you an opportunity to be seen again, to be valued, and to validate yourself, to allow yourself to receive the praise and the recognition. Okay, let's draw some more cards. May we have some more information for my beautiful Leos. What is this about? Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, which in this pack is called Truce. We see this, but this is all about balance. This is about seeing it in all ways. And this card is ruled, we can see Jupiter and Libra. Jupiter in Libra. Libra is about balance. Jupiter is about optimism, expansion, moving something forwards. And the Four of Swords traditionally is a time where we realign after a conflict, or where something isn't quite okay. We rebalance. We get ourselves almost like it's like re-establishing your own energy. Beautiful Leos. Let's move this along. May we please have, this is the card on the top that is coming through. Look at this, the sun. This is you, my beautiful Leos. This is you. Here we are. You are to be restored. You are to be replenished. You are to be revitalized. Energy coming back into your world. This is gorgeous. Yes. Now, what is this about? I do feel you're going to be given something, offered something. I think, my beautiful Leos, we need to ask some more questions. However, the first thing I am going to do is draw a card for a very specific day. And it has great relevance because it's a specific thing that the moon is doing, and it comes just after the solstice. So just after the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. Now this is... did I say that the right way around? I think I did anyway. But the solstice is a natural turning point where we can naturally evaluate and address things that aren't quite right in our lives. The energy is, it's like the earth pauses for breath, and we can shift. We can lean into that shift of energy, the natural energy, and the shift of energy then works for us. It's like catching a ride, getting a lift, putting your thumb out and getting a lift from A to B. And the energy is moving that way, and you can jump on board and the energy will just take you there. So if we can be conscious, especially around a new moon time when we make wishes and intentions, we can actually jump on board with this energy. Now, there's a really interesting thing happening between June the 22nd and June the 23rd. So still in the 4-day window of the solstice. And when the moon is moving from one zodiac sign to another, there's often a little space in between, and we call it a void of course moon. And it means that her magnetic energy that connects with the sun, you know, the magnetism of the moon is connected to the sun. This is what moves our oceans, the water in the oceans. And you have water coming here, a gift of water, a gift of flow. And jump from, you know, hop from this new day into this new day with joy. So this kind of energy of water is around you. The magnetism of this, of the sun and the moon connecting, is influenced by the sign that the moon is in. So it's like she takes on the attributes of and the personality of the sign that she comes through. And literally, as she leaves your sign, Leo, and moves into Cancer between the 22nd and 23rd of June, she's in this in-between space when her energy isn't channeled through the personality of any sign. So there's a liberation, a freedom, an additional flow of energy. And this is usually just an hour or so, and I list these in my moon monthly update when I tell you all about the influence of the moon and the incoming energy, and do check out that video if you haven't yet done so. But what is so interesting in your for you guys here, this void of course period between Leo and Cancer is 17.5 hours long. So there's a massive space of kind of like free flowing energy as you leave Leo, and as we move from the solstice point. So for you guys, the energy is totally primed for this explosion of you becoming you again, you reconnecting with you, and then moving it forwards. And I am seeing an opportunity, not just energetically in your world. I mean, yes, energetically, the energy is right for you to move out of something that is feeling a little bit dull or a little bit lifeless or a little bit stagnant, or it's just ticking over. It's like living, surviving rather than thriving. That's what I'm thinking of. And this is like this new flow into being. Abundance and good fortune await you. There's a real spark of something coming back into your world. And this particular day, I've been drawing cards for every sign for this energy, because I'm just fascinated by what this 17.5 hour void of course period may show. Okay, gosh, I think there will be a truce. Look at this compromise. How interesting, my beautiful souls. Are you in a situation where you need to make a compromise? Or, and I think this applies more to you, this is what I'm seeing, are you compromising too much? This card asks you to review your position and be sure to find a solution that takes the needs of all parties into account, including yourself. Something has to be, a truce needs to be drawn, and something needs to come back into balance. And this is the period of time in which you can do this. Absolutely. I'm seeing your vitality return here. You know, abundance and good fortune await you. And abundance, you know, yes, this could be wealth, and we'll see that in the extended readings to do with money and finances. But it could be wealth in terms of your happiness, your well-being, your passion, your aliveness. So let us place this here. I feel I want to just draw a few more cards just to see how this comes forwards. I can see the energy is here for you, but my beautiful Leos, I'm really curious. What are you, how might this arrive in your world? How might this arrive? Clearly we might get more information in the extended readings, but how might this arrive? We have an adjustment card here. So very clearly something will be brought back into balance. There's no question of it. And this is this course correcting. I don't feel like you're leaving something behind. I feel like this is a course correction, a tweaking, an adjusting, a sort of a remembering to get off the roundabout, you know, and stop and smell the roses. How is this going to arrive? Or will you just do it? Will Leos just do it? Will this just happen naturally? We have the Ten of Swords. This is the card of ruin in this pack. Now, it's interesting, the Ten of Swords, ruin, it doesn't necessarily mean that something is going to be completely bad. You know, the Ten of Swords actually indicates the end of something. It indicates that, that something reaches its natural conclusion. What else are we shown? May we have more information, please, for my lovely Leos? I feel I want to follow this through for you. 2, we have peace. So we have ruin, Ten of Swords. Okay. And one more, please. Yes. Okay, and then we have the card of worry. Right, okay, I am seeing this very clearly. I actually think you know exactly what this is about, my beautiful Leos. And I think you're in a dilemma whereby you are terribly worried about offending someone, saying something, or withdrawing your support, or taking some time out for yourself, you know, some really valuable me time, because you're worried about how someone might react. Okay, this is the ruin. You're fearful that something will be ruined. I think you're fearful that something will literally come to an end. You're fearful of a crisis. You're fearful of a conflict. You're fearful of having that conversation and then feeling that, you know, for fear that it might break down. It's like sort of saying to your boss at work, actually, look, I've been doing overtime all week. I need a break. And being fearful that they'll kind of like just say, well, you know, on your bike then, you know, if you're not going to continue to step up, we don't want you. There's some fear going on here around you. And actually, I need to say that that's not the case. This is going to come very, very naturally. We have the card of truth. It will come to a natural space of balance, of adjustment. Whatever you are fearful of, that conversation, it goes back to some kind of history. That's what I'm being shown. You know, I am worthy of the very best in life, and I now lovingly allow myself to accept it. I think you guys have had a situation historically, actually, where we have this let go of the past. You've had a situation where something went wrong, and I think you've sort of taken on this attitude to everything you do to try and ensure that nothing ever goes wrong again, and it's resulted in you investing constantly to the point where you don't stop and acknowledge your own needs, my beautiful Leos. And in this present moment, you are losing something of your sparkle, and we need our Leos to sparkle. This is right for you. It's right. And this is the time to recognize that that conversation can happen. The Two of Swords in this pack is a peaceful card. It's not a card of conflict. Traditionally, this is a card of conflict. But it's not in this. It's about peace. It's about truth. It's about balance. Everything's going to come back into line. You don't have to be fearful. Your worries and your fears that somehow this will all be spoilt and ruined if you dare to say anything, or if you stop giving 6,000% and dare to take a little bit of me time back, somehow you're fearful it will all go wrong. My beautiful Leos, it will not all go wrong. It will all go right, and you will have so much vitality to give. And indeed, it will be like someone saying to you, when you say to them, look, I'm actually getting really exhausted, I could do with a break, you know, could I leave on time on Friday? And the boss says, actually, leave on time on Friday? No way, you know, have a long weekend, take Friday and Monday off as well, you know, please have our validation, our recognition, you've worked your socks off, you know, we'll see you back on Tuesday when you're revitalized, and let me give you a bonus as well. It's got that flavor about it. Allow yourself to, and then don't go, oh, no, really, I'll just finish on time on Friday. You say, oh, wow, thank you. I'd love a long weekend. And you go off and you enjoy it. You know, don't sabotage that opportunity, my beautiful Leos. Lovely Leos, this is your reading for the month. So it's pretty fab for you, but you've kind of got to work with the energy and allow yourself to accept this, okay? Because abundance and good fortune await you. So hop into this new day with joy. Beautiful, beautiful Leos, this is fab. I am going to now move on and do the extended readings. I will do a deep dive into the money, careers, finances aspect of things, and we'll get a bit more specific, and also relationships. So we'll see how all this, you know, connects with those areas of your lives in a more specific way. Beautiful souls, you are welcome to join me if you wish. those readings are on Patreon. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here and joining me today. It is an absolute joy to read for you, my beautiful Leos, and yeah, thank you as well. I know some of you follow my readings week in, week out. I cannot tell you how much that means to me. I am so grateful that you tune in with the readings, that they resonate with you. Thank you so much for your comments, your sharing, your liking, and also, you know, all of you who've been giving back as well through the super thanks in the comments too. And thank you to all of you who are on Patreon already, you know, and tune in with the work that I do over there. Blessings to you all. Have an amazing month, my beautiful Leos.